The eruption is coming, it's happening, it's in the Hagafell area. So far, so good. Not in Grindavik, guys. So that is really, really good news. But we will have to see how fast that eruption, that fissure will open up, because we've seen in the past that these fissures can get very long, very, very quickly. And is this the only eruption that will happen, or will we see more eruption? That is to be determined, guys. So wow, what a thriller. They were able to measure high pressure in the boreholes at Swartsengi. That had already led to another eruption of the Swartsengi power plant just last week, and they could measure this again, and that's why they were sounding the alarms. The sirens were going off at Swartsengi, at the Blue Lagoon, in Grindavik. Everyone should be out by now, I hope. So if it's only remaining in this area, we will see a threat of lava flow for Grindavik and for Swartsengi Blue Lagoon area, probably, depending on how fast it will flow. You see the old lava carpet here. So now it has to be determined, where is it flowing? Is it flowing south towards Grindavik? So there you see the old lava carpets as well. So we will have to see. There you see Grindavik. So far everything seems to be in the green area in Grindavik. No eruption there. There was a massive cluster of earthquake swarms in the Sudnuka crater series here in this area, and look how fast it spews up in the air. It is crazy. And but there was also quite a massive earthquake swarm in Grindavik and around Grindavik, in this area here south of Mount Thorbjorn. So that I thought, is it grinding along that magma tunnel that it has formed on November 10th in 2023? Is it going to erupt longer? Is it going to erupt in different spots? So far, it is only here in the Hagafell area. But while we're speaking, look how fast it is getting longer, and it's powerful. It is spilling it up quite high up in the air. And we knew, guys, that it would become powerful because the pressure in the magma chamber was building up so much. So this is not a surprise that it's looking like this. And isn't it a spectacle of nature? It's quite impressive, guy. What we have to wait and see now is where the lava will flow. Will the defense walls hold up? Look at how long this is. This is insane. So this is massive. This is long already. And we have seen fissures opening as long as 4 kilometers and even longer in the past. Now we have to see, will the lava flow threaten Grindavik? Will it flow into Grindavik? Will the defense walls hold? They have made the defense walls stronger. The last few weeks, they have built a second row of defense walls in and around Grindavik. But look at this fissure, how long this gets. It's crazy, guys. So thankfully, it seems everyone's out of the critical areas. Blue Lagoon should be empty. And that lava, that will flow fast because it's a lot of lava in a short period of time. And it has higher up now. It has an advantage. It's higher up now through the old lava carpet that has formed in the long eruption that has just ended on May 9th. So now it has already the height of the defense walls around Grindavik. That's why they have built a second row of defense walls inside of Grindavik, in the eastern part of Grindavik. But will it flow to the east again, or will it flow to the west again? And these volcanic activities, they're good for a surprise. We have seen in January that after a while, a second fissure had opened right at the doorsteps of Grindavik and burned down 3 homes. So there could be something else, because it's been rumbling all along the magma tunnel that was reaching right inside of Grindavik. So in the past, we only had that big, massive earthquake swarm right where the eruption site was, and not in other areas as well. So will we see 2 eruption? Will it break in at different spots along that magma dike? It looks like it's not looking too good for Grindavik, and it's going to threaten the northwestern part of Grindavik, but also maybe inside of Grindavik. We have seen earthquakes south of Mount Thorbjorn in the recent weeks since the last eruption has died off on May 9th. The magma chamber is more than full, probably over 19 million cubic meters, larger than ever, larger than how big it was before the December eruption. So is the eruption going to be bigger? Is it going to be more massive? Is it going to be more destructive for Grindavik? We will see very soon, I think. And we always know once the eruption has started, the lava is flowing the fastest. It's making the most waves very, very quickly. The last time it was flowing super fast over Grindavik towards the Blue Lagoon, Swartsengi, along the defense walls there, was flowing towards Grindavik, towards the eastern part of the defense walls, threatening to flow into the sea and do some damage over the road there. It didn't get that far, thankfully, but now we have a different situation than last time because the last eruption has lasted so long. The lava has built up on top of each other, so higher than the defense walls in some parts. They have built a second row of defense walls to protect Grindavik in the eastern part, but now I think it will be tested maybe in the western part. They don't have a second row of defense wall as it seems there, so will the defense walls hold? Will it be inside of Grindavik? That will be the biggest problem. We know that the magma chamber was super full when it was building this 15-kilometer long magma intrusion without an eruption. So we will have to wait and see, but intense activity has been observed. I saw an earthquake on the Icelandic MET Office here over the magnitude of 4. There's 2 earthquakes over the magnitude of 4. So guys, something is grinding through the surface, trying to push forward, and that is magma, guys. The earthquake series is considered and confirmed by the Icelandic MET Office to be powerful. So a lot of smaller ones around 1, but also like the big ones. So already in the last 2 hours, more than 160 earthquakes, probably even more while we're speaking. And guys, I will have to switch back and forth, so check my channel, subscribe, click the notification bell. We have to go back and forth between Naples area, Campi Flegrei in Italy and Iceland because it's rumbling there as well. Check my videos. I have to confirm, it seems there's another big earthquake, but I have to confirm that. I just released another video. There have been 2 larger earthquakes on May 29th, so check out my video about that. Guys, I can't believe it. I just don't hope that both volcanoes will erupt. You know, we have to be realistic. Here in Iceland, this will definitely be the more harmless one than if we see something in Campi Flegrei, a potential super volcano in southern Italy near Naples, an area with more than 3 million people. Their own scientists are saying they're not ready. Here in Grindavik, I hope they're ready. I'm so glad that this time they have evacuated more proactively because they had more time. But it's very concerning, in my opinion, that it's rumbling in and around Grindavik so much. It hasn't done this in the past. In the past, we had a clear sign, a big cluster, a big chunk of earthquakes in the Sudnuka crater series, and not another chunk in Grindavik. Maybe a single one here and there, but not such a cluster chunk. And guys, I'm so happy that I bought a lot of coffee last night. I bought it for the next morning. I didn't expect that I would not have a next morning because I won't have sleep. So it's around, I don't know, 5:18. I said 6 o'clock in my last short video. 5:18 a.m. here. I haven't slept yet. I just released a new update about Campi Flegrei, and I'm so glad I have this coffee because I'm going to drink this now. Because of course, guys, I will stay up for you and I will wait. And evacuation are underway in the Blue Lagoon and Grindavik, and the police chief of Sudurns is saying, and it's going very well. There were only a few residents inside Grindavik, but there are quite a few people at work there in Grindavik right now. At the fish processing plants, the fishermen, the port is the most active area in Grindavik right now. And so those people have to be evacuated. All is going well. So thankfully, these people will most likely be safe. So both areas, evacuations are underway in the Swartsengi area, Swartsengi power plant and Blue Lagoon. So they're saying that the actions of the police together with the civil defense have been handled very well. So the moment when the evacuation bells took off, we're talking about the Blue Lagoon right now, because there are the most people of all three areas, Blue Lagoon, Swartsengi and Grindavik. The Swartsengi power plant, they don't have much staff there. They have already moved their offices after November 10th, after these incidents. They can control the power plant remotely, but the Blue Lagoon, the staff is there, the tourists are there, the visitors are there. So about 800 people, that's way more than Grindavik, visitors and staff together, were in the working areas of the Blue Lagoon and Swartsengi when this evacuation began shortly after the intense earthquake activity began at the Sutnuka crater series and south of it in and around Grindavik before 11 o'clock in the morning in Iceland local time. So the manager of sales and operations at the Blue Lagoon is confirming the evacuation is still going on. It seems to be going well, and she always says it seems to be going well because I don't think she's even there. She hasn't been there at the last evacuation. So she always, and she repeats the same sentences. The management has a good relationship with the public defense and the police in Sordorns. And she says the usual sentence that we've heard so many times. As always, we have taken measures to be able to respond to an evacuation at any time. And I expect that they will continue with the evacuations. And she was asked if there are enough buses and vehicles on site to get all guests and staff away. We know there was one bus driver that they kept at the Blue Lagoon 24/7. He got an hotel room there, that he was on standby to drive people out in his bus. So that's one bus driver, one bus. There's 800 people there. Of course, the staff has their own cars, and probably the visitors do have cars too. Are the tourists there with bus operations? Well, they're probably in the parking lot. So I don't think that there's going to be a big problem. What scared me a little bit, I saw one earthquake right underneath the Blue Lagoon as well, because guys, we have to know the magma chamber's right underneath at a depth of around 4 kilometers, and scientists say they don't think it's likely right now, but it could erupt straight up because the crust there is getting more and more brittle and destroyed by these continuous land rise and subsidence and land rise. But it doesn't look like this has happened right now. So they will all be able to get out safely. There's no lava threatening Grindavik as of right now. So that is great. And what we'll do now is we will wait and see. So guys, stay with me. If you're new here, please subscribe, click the notification bell so that you get my updates on a regular basis about what's going on about here and what does that mean for the town of Grindavik and the critical infrastructure. Will they be able to save it this time, or will it flow over Grindavik again? Will it damage heat pipes? Will there be homes and subdivisions without power and heat again? So what will it do? It looks certainly beautiful if it doesn't hurt anyone, and let's hope it remains that way, guys. This is crazy, but it's not a surprise. The magma chamber was more than full, more than anything it had in it before the last eruption. So this is going to be quite a powerful one. Usually it dies off after a few hours. It doesn't die off completely. It gets a little less, but we will have to see. But you can see in the graph here that the Met Office has released, it was really high up, more than 19 million cubic meters in the magma chamber. So there's a lot of boof behind it. That's why we've seen more earthquakes, and that's why we've seen a little bit longer of a warning time, because the magma needed to grind a new tunnel, obviously, because this expert said that the old tunnels that the magma had used to erupt in this area had been clogged by the long eruption. So magma has solidified, has narrowed these tunnels and has clogged them up. That's why we've seen more earthquakes, because it needed to grind new tunnels. But why have we seen these earthquakes in and around Grindavik. What is it grinding there? Has it formed a new magma dike there and just hasn't erupted? Hasn't erupted yet. We don't know, guys. Hopefully we'll find out more, but this is quite impressive. So guys, do me a favor. If you're new here, please subscribe. Click the notification bell. I'll release more updates shortly. And guys, please leave it a like so that the algorithm pushes it out a little further. 6 a.m. here. I need another coffee. I'll stay up, guys. I will keep reporting this for you with a new update shortly about what the officials are saying. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you shortly. Bye.